فَأَنْقَذَكُم مِّنْهَا, and Allah saved you from it. I said, right. We are also on the brink of the pit of fire. We want to exterminate one another. So now, I said, now we have to learn to talk to the person. We have to learn to talk. Have you learned a word you can utter in his language? A word. Can you say salams to him in his language? Peace. Can you? And I found my Muslim brothers, not only in Sudan or all over the world. Same sickness. We are an arrogant people. Now I have to tell you that. We will not learn the language of the native. You don't want to learn his language. You haven't done it, and you won't do it. The white man comes from 10,000 miles away, and he masters the native's language, and he writes a book in his language, and he gives it to him. They have the Bible in 40 different Sudanese languages, southern Sudan. 40 different languages. And 4, I said, for the Dinkas alone. 4 different dialects of the Dinkas. I didn't know this. I'm reading a book, Sudan, the Christian Design, by some Hassan Makki of Khartoum. I'm asking there in the Sudan, anybody has got the book? I go to the Islamic bookshop, the book is not available. Anybody? Nobody. You haven't read the book. The Buddhists, they are respectable people, respectful people. They respect human beings. The Buddhists, amazing. Now I'm asking, I said, look, these people are there with you. Have you learned to say good morning to him in his language? The Chinese, you want to say good morning to him in his language? The pig eaters, the wine bibbers. You giggle. It's a giggling thing. In Singapore, I said, the guys are ruling you now. It was a part of Malaysia. I don't know whether you know. Singapore was Malaysia. When the British left, they left that system of democracy, counting of heads. And they counted the heads. There were more Chinese heads than Malay heads. So the Chinese came into power. There are now over 2 million, and you are 500,000, the Malays. And till doomsday, you can never catch up. For every 10 Chinese that are born, only 2 Malays are born. So you don't even work hard enough in that field. Damn it all. I said, you have no chance, no hope. Have you learned to say good morning to him in his language? No, it's a joke. I said, look, the guy's going to rule you for eternity, man, till Yawm al-Qiyamah. At least learn to say good morning, learn to live with him. No. It's a shame for him to learn his language. I says, you know, learn to say salams to him in his language. Do you know how to say salams to him in his language? You know what he says? Allah says, وَإِذَا حُيِّيتُمْ بِتَحِيَّةٍ فَحَيُّوا بِأَحْسَنُ مِنْهَا أَوْ رُدُّوهَا. If somebody offers you a courteous greeting, offer him something better or at least something equal. He doesn't say Muslim or non-Muslim. Anybody who offers you a courteous greeting, you offer him something better or at least something equal, Allah says. The man says, Salaam alaikum, we ought to say, Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. But I'm too busy. I haven't got the time, you haven't got the time. At least you can say Wa alaikum salam. You say Salaam alaikum, Wa alaikum salam. At least you can say that, Allah says. But see if you can do better. The Chinese, can you wish him? Nobody. Nobody. I can't find one Muslim in Malaysia. So 30% of your people are Chinese. You do business with them, you work for them, and you can't say Salaam alaikum in their language? No. So I went and investigated. I want to find out, what do they say, the Chinese? How do they wish one another? The Malays don't know. I don't know whether the Sudanese Muslims know how to say salams to the Dinka. How do you say? We say into Zulu Sagabona. If there are more than we say Sanbona. We know, we say the white man we meet, the African, we say Khoimora, Khoinan. We learn the guy's language, man. A salutation, it opens the guy's heart. He softens up towards you, if you can wish him in his language. You know what the Chinese say? The Cantonese Chinese. One of the Sahabas of our Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he went to China and he is buried there in Canton. Sahaba! Buried in Canton. There's a turbat there, tomb of the Sahaba. Islam reached China 500 years before it reached India. India is nearer, but Islam reached China 500 years before it reached India. You have to explain why. Why? Our Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he said, "Utlubul ilmu walau kana bis-Sin." Seek knowledge even into China. I'm telling the Malays, you don't have to go to China. China has come to you. Damn it all, talk to him, man. You know what the Chinese say? when they meet one another, the Cantonese Chinese, where the Sahaba is buried, that area, they say, Sik Cho Fan Mia? Sik Cho Fan Mia? You know what it is? Have you eaten? Have you eaten? That's a salutation. Have you eaten? No, they know what hunger is. We Muslims ought to know we fast for one whole month. But we don't realize what hunger is. We don't, it's just it's a routine, ritual we go through. The Chinese knows what hunger is. So every time he meets a person, he says, have you eaten? If you haven't, whatever is there, come, sit down, eat. I want to review with some clever guys here, see if you can better that. That's the humility, the compassion that he has for human beings. But he's a Chinese, chinky, you know, he's going to go to hell, he's a pig eater and a wine bibber. Learn, man, learn to humble yourself, win people's hearts. I don't know, I drifted off from where. Next question. Yes, this one. Oh, right, come. Yeah, 1 second. Right, okay.
Basically, you have asked us to do our job. You're doing your da'wah, and you have asked us to do our job. Now, basically, what I think about it is that I don't have neither the knowledge nor the organization to do such a thing. Now, for yourself as an international Muslim, you're not South African Muslim, you're an international Muslim, you're a well-known figure. Don't you think guiding the people, organizing, planning, doing something like international societies, not political, just looking after Muslim matters, in organizing people like us, and I'm sure you will have great support.
Yes, you see, the ideal is great. That's my wish, my ambition. I want to help the whole Muslim world. But how? See, when I started about 30 years ago, I started with £3.5. There was no government or public, anybody, nobody backed me up. £3.5. I don't know how many dirhams is that. I started the IPC, £3.5. And I struggled for 30 years now. And I have been going around, I said, look, I want to publish the Quran. People make promises which they don't keep. They tell me, so right, inshallah, we'll send it over. I go and print the Qurans and I get into trouble. I go around begging, say, please man, my neck is under the guillotine, please save me. That's my full-time occupation. I print books. 100,000 now. It started with 5,000. I started 10,000. Then I did 50,000. And I did 100,000. And I have reached now 500,000 books. Huh? Go on, man. Go on. Spread them out. Spread them out. I'm doing what I can. Then I'm offering my services. I offered my services to the Qura University. I said, every year, 1 month, I come and give you free of charge. Teach you people, your students, comparative religion. Here, this talk is entertainment. You know that. How many of you will go along and carry on what I'm telling you? Something is a good entertainment. Good talk, maybe you learn a thing or two, but nobody really is going to go out and do the job that I want you to do. So I said, now get the guy at the university level. At the university level. And now teach him. Teach him for a month and set him on the road. Madiina University, 1 month. I'm offering all the universities of the world. Islamabad, I said 1 month. Use me. Here, you want me for a month at your university. I can talk to your students for a month and put them on the road. Let them do the job. Al-Azhar, a language difficulty. But if they are English-speaking people, I said 1 month. Nigeria, I'm now offering to the Nigerians. I can't get in. I said the Nigerian students, university students, come along. I give you a free course. Free airfare, boarding, lodging, and I give you training. Go back and do the job. But we are 1,000 million Muslims in the world. One Ahmad Deidat, 74-year-old machine, how much you expect from him? But still, as long as I'm alive, I'm fit like this, I'm prepared to serve. But there is a limit. There is a limit. What we need is people to say, right. You see, people are too proud. When I go along, I'm offering my services, they want to know, what diploma have you got? Which university you went to? I said, no, I didn't go to any university. Disqualified. No, that's it, sir. What can I do? I got no certificates. No. You want me to go back to school and start acquiring certificates, diplomas? No. I said, look, brother, whatever I got now, let me give it, what I got. I did it in the Sudan. I did something in the Sudan. I set them on the right road, inshallah. I go to Sudan, I go to the university, Islamic university bookshop. I look for books about Sudan, the Christian design. Have got it? No. A Quran in English translation, got it? No. An Arabic Quran, got it? No. What have you got? Islamic university bookshop. I look around, I found this book, Islam in Africa. That's the title of this evening's talk. Islam in Africa. I didn't start with that, wasting time about the book and all that. Islam in Africa. I open the book. What is it? An attack on Islam, calling our Nabi all sorts of names, as bad as Rushdie or worse than Rushdie, there, sold by the Muslims. Islam. I paid 850 pounds for that book. Don't get terrified. It's like 850 cents, American. Sudanese pound. 850 pounds I paid for that. You work it out, how much it is. I paid for it. I bought the book. What else? Nothing. I go next door, Bible house. They're side by side like this. Bible Society. I go there. I said, right, what Bible have you got? They said, what do you want? I said, got an Arabic Bible? He said, yes. English Bible? He said, yes. Southern Sudan language? He said, yes. What language, what Bible you want? I said, the English Bible? How much? He said, 15 pounds. That's like 15 cents. 25 American cents. Pound sounds so much. British pound. You know what it is worth? 5 pounds. 15 pounds. That's 25 American cents. I said, right, we buy. How many? By the cases. Buy case lot. How much a case? 24 to a carton. So right, we buy 2 cartons. I'm thinking that, man, if we had this interest money, you know, riba, that rubbish, buy the Bible with that money and dump them in the Nile. For every dollar you spend of riba, you're spending his 10. For every one you lose, he's losing 10. And this riba is shit money in any case. Man, throw it into the Nile. Come on, look, there was a war. Man, if you do a job, look, even with that rubbish money, with that manure of yours, you can drown that fellow. But it doesn't occur to anybody. However, we bought 2 cases. What am I going to do with the 2 cases? What am I going to do with the Bible? Take them home? Because they're cheap? No. I had a cause for the students, university students.